Hi, John Rice, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, coming to you with an update. And I'm going to share with you a little bit through the computer here so that you can see kind of what's been going on here in West Michigan, the real estate market update, talk a little bit about what some of the experts are saying as far as this economy and where we're headed from here. So I'm going to share with you part of my screen. And basically, as we get into here, I'm talking about positive, upbeat, leading edge, share-worthy, engaging content. That's what we're all about. And so with the spirit of that, there's been several predictions out there as far as, okay, where do we go from here? Where's the economy going? And, you know, there's a correlation between, obviously, the economy and how strong that is and people's perception and how confident they are in purchasing a home. But the big thing here to take note of is Goldman Sachs actually came out with the most dire of predictions at unemployment to fall to 15% and then increase to about 6 to 8% after about a year, and then back up to about 4% after 2023. So that's about a 2-year recovery. That's actually quite rapid. I like that view, and I like it in context of like the Great Recession, they call it, from 2006 to 2016. I was practicing real estate during that as well, and you could really see how that was a longer road to recovery. That's the orange line here. And the Great Depression, that was not a time when I was practicing real estate, obviously, but you know, that was such a rapid and sharp decline. And good progress up, but obviously an incredible amount of time to really, truly, for the economy to get back on its feet. Not the prediction here at this point in time, really looking at a rapid recovery. And that kind of brings us to our next slide, which I talked about last time. But if you look at the green, that's Morgan Stanley. The purple, that's JP Morgan. And Goldman Sachs, again, that's the gold. Each of these financial institutions are really looking at a V-shaped recovery where it's kind of a rapid decline and then a nice rapid incline. So that's always good to hear. And I'm seeing it just in the buyers and sellers who I speak with. We went into this this period with a lot of interest in housing and a inventory shortage, and we're going to come out of this with an inventory shortage as well. So there's still a lot of demand for housing, and the interest rates have been incredibly low. A lot of people who I work with that own a home, they're refinancing. Those that are looking to sell, they're even considering refinancing too before they put their house on the market. And of course, buyers are looking at this saying, hey, now is a great time to be able to acquire something. So all positive signs. So overall, I talk about this slide each time just because I kind of want to give you an update. It's a nice summary. But if we're in the pre-market phase, we can do that virtually. We can meet something like this. We can talk over the phone. We can get a lot of the pre-market steps done now so that as the executive order is lifted, we can get the photographer in there and we can get the house listed. As we look to for sale, you'll see some things come on the market right now. A lot of sellers are saying, hey, hold up, I'm going to wait until I have buyers that actually want to come through. But we are seeing some of that go on. So as buyers right now, the buyers I'm working with, they're seeing a little bit of inventory trickle on. Not your typical surge that we see in springtime headed into summer. I'm anticipating as we hit, you know, the first full week of May, second full week of May, we get some clarity around, you know, showings, those kinds of things. We're going to see that inventory rise. And then the under contract things, we had a lot personally, and as a brokerage, that we had a very busy March, and one of our top actually since 2016. So that was great to see those numbers come out. But at the same time, we're seeing a lot of those under contract, those that are called in escrow or pending. You'll see those online. Those properties are still progressing towards sold. Depending on the financial situation of the buyer, you know, the lender might say, hey, we need to wait until this buyer's business is back up and running. A lot of the sellers I'm working with, we're progressing towards their actual closed sale, which is excellent. And then, of course, that leads to the sold phase. So all positive signs, and a lot of the undercurrents of the real estate market are continuing to move forward. You've got the banking institutions still lending. You've got the title companies still producing title and doing their research. And you have appraisers and inspectors still doing all of those facets of the real estate deal. So it's still going in the right direction. Talked about this slide too, but basically one of the things that we can do together is to promote Michigan's economy. Just look at this slide here. You talk about $84,724. That's the average impact of a home purchase and how that kind of trickles into other parts of the economy. So what's a great way for us to continue on the great track we started off in 2020 back in January? Well, it's to continue that desire to want to better your conditions and look to, buy and sell housing. It's a great way. It's a fundamental, not only just mentally, but economically as well. Hits the impact on the wallet. This is a little piece that I put together for one of the downsizing seminars that I do, where people a lot of times are trying to think about, okay, what's a good floor plan for me? I wanted to show this to you because this is a couple past listings. And just some of the virtual capabilities where we can virtually capture a home and then allow buyers to really see this. This has a tremendous impact because buyers are able to get in, they're able to understand the floor plan. We couple this with actual drawn floor plans and phenomenal professional photos. And with that, people are able to really, truly get a sense of, hey, how does this house flow, and does it flow right for me? Well, if you're considering a move, think about the advantages and disadvantages of a two-story versus a ranch. Which do you want? Ranches have more basement. 2 stories may allow you to have more yard to work with. So there's some advantages and disadvantages to both. And maybe this side-by-side comparison, both of these houses are 3,100 square feet. They're excellent sizes. They both have 2-stall garages. Obviously, that would vary depending on what you're looking to achieve. But this could kind of help you better gauge what kind of style of housing might be the right fit for you at this point in your life. And then MichiganRealEstateHub.com. This is where I post all of our listings, and we have IDX feed into all of the other real estate agents in Western Michigan, what they have listed. Truly tens of thousands of houses on here right now. But that said, what you're able to jump on here and do right now, this is actually a curated collection of houses with pools. So anything that lists with a pool, we've placed it here, and you're able to see a lot of times we'll incorporate in some photos from last season and just project forward another 60 days. We're going to be into pool season again this year. A lot of people are happy about that. And, as it warms up, we start to think about hanging out outside. And what a great way to do it with your own pool in your backyard. So if that appeals to you, reach out to me. Go onto the site, check it out, but reach out and we can help that dream become a reality. Love to talk with you, love to chat, love what I do. So here to be your realtor. Feel free to ask away. Virtually, we can do something like this where we're doing a phone call virtually or over the phone, obviously, or text and email. Feel free to reach out anytime. So make it a great day. John Rice, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. We'll talk to you soon.